What up, though? What's cracking, Cancer? I hope that all of my beautiful and my handsome Cancers out there are doing well. All right, y'all. So we're gonna get into this reading, but first we're gonna start off with some messages through music. Okay? If you're interested in a personal, my email will be in the description box below. Also, in the description box, you will find a link to Outer Spirit. Now, if you guys are not familiar with Outer Spirit, they have beautiful merchandise and jewelry. Okay, if you're someone who likes bracelets and necklaces and things of that nature, but also something that's going to give you good energy, hey, this is the place to go. I'm currently wearing the black obsidian. Okay, this bracelet is for protection. So if you feel like you need some extra protection around you, if you feel like people are sending you the negative eye, the evil eye here, hey, then you need to shop around. Now, if you decide to make a purchase, I have a coupon code in the description box, BlueFlame20. BlueFlame30 will get you 20 or 30% off of your purchase. So we got Wayne Wonder, No Letting Go. Check this song out if you get a chance. All right, this is someone who realized they had somebody beautiful, they had somebody special in their life, they had somebody who truly loved them, okay? This is someone who does not want to let you go, but they held back from you in the past. And maybe this person didn't express to you how they feel. Maybe this person wasn't honest with you about some things that they had going on in their life, okay? We got involved, free your mind, and the rest will follow, okay? So for some of you, maybe you still think about this person, maybe you still wondering what's going on. Maybe you got some things going on in your life. A spirit is saying, baby, free your mind and all your other cares, concerns, and worries will follow suit, okay? Now, we also have Chrisette Michelle Epiphany, you guys, another one of my favorite songs. So, in the chorus, she says, well, I think I'm just about over being your girlfriend, okay? So, you can be someone who's in a relationship and, baby, you over this person, all right? You think it's time to call it quits. If this is not you, someone in your energy feel like it's time to call it quits. They don't want to be this person's boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, or wife no more, okay? And the main reason is because they still been holding on to you. They have not let go of this connection here, okay? So tell us more. Messages for my Cancers. What does Cancer need to know? All right, we got exposed. So I feel like this particular person you was dealing with, you guys, their heart was very fragile, which means they have been hurt before in the past. Okay, this is someone who I feel like they were dealing with some emotional pain. They had crossed paths with somebody who really broke their heart, but they were afraid of being exposed. This person was afraid to let down their guard, show you who they truly are, because they were afraid that you was going to hurt them too. Okay, so this was their biggest fear, is that you were going to hurt them just like everybody else did. I did a Scorpio reading just like this. So some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio. All right. So this could have been someone who, like I said, they could be in another relationship here. They could be married to somebody, but now they're feeling like, shit, it's time to let this motherfucker go. You know, I want to be with somebody who's not going to hurt me, who I can love freely, who's going to be loyal to me. All right, tell us more. So this person could have put their heart on lockdown. You know, this person feared being exposed because they feel like if they let down their guard, if you know they showed you how they truly felt, if they told you how they felt about you, you was gonna hurt them like everybody else, or like this past person did. For some of you, maybe this relationship kind of resembled, you know, this situation that you shared. All right, we have teasing. So this person, if you ask them questions, maybe they told you the partial truth. You know, you ask them, well, are you involved with somebody else? Kinda, they wouldn't give you a 100% answer. They wouldn't give you the answer that you were looking for. So it's kind of like they teased you with the truth. Maybe they felt like if they was honest with you guys, you would reject them or you wouldn't accept something that they had to say. But I feel like they wouldn't give you the answers that you was looking for here. They kind of teased you with the truth here, okay? Messages for my Cancers. I love you, Cancer. All right, we got escape. All right, for some of you, this is someone that was always had a man. This is somebody who always had a woman. I know we all know people like that. Every time you turn around, they got somebody. If they can break up with somebody today, baby, they're gonna have a new man, a new woman by the end of this week, okay? But they use love as an emotional escape. So it's like as long as they were attached to somebody, this is somebody who was very codependent. Let me say that. This particular person was very codependent. And it was like they needed to feel love. They needed to feel worthy. So they will always dive in and out of relationships here. But this is their way to escape their problems here. Because remember, their biggest fear was being exposed. Their biggest fear is that you were going to break their heart, okay? This particular person would get involved. They would dive in and out of relationships here, but it was all for the wrong reason. So it's like they really were looking for a placeholder. As long as they had somebody in their life, they felt good. They felt like everything was fine. That's the illusion they created for themselves, but they used love as an emotional escape. This person had a lot of emotional baggage here. All right. And the emotional baggage is they were afraid to love again. They were afraid to be hurt. But versus this person just coming out and saying this shit, this is someone y'all will get into it, they'll close off, or this is someone who will hold back. You try to talk about certain situations, they all of a sudden they ain't want to talk no more. They'll change the subject here. If you would break up with this person, if you guys would separate, shit, they got a whole new man, they got a whole new woman by the end of the week. All right. Let's pull one on this exposed. Messages for my cancers. I love you guys. If anything is resonating, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Tell us more about this person. Tell us about, what do I need to clarify? I don't even think I need to clarify shit. Let's just pull one more card. Deadly combo, baby. Dangerous when together, triggering. They're dealing with somebody who constantly triggered them. For some of you, you constantly triggered this person, which means that you made them take a good look at themselves. Their behavior, their actions, the things that they said, the things that they did, they didn't like this shit. For some of you guys, they were involved with a third party, somebody, and together these two motherfuckers was a deadly combo, okay? That means the police getting called, their fights and arguments, it can get physical like this. It was not good when these two people got together. And that's why they're having this damn epiphany, because they're realizing, well, shit, maybe this ain't the man, maybe this ain't the woman that I'm supposed to be with. Because when you with somebody, they're supposed to bring out the best in you, not the fucking worst here, okay? So let's roll and let's see who this reading is about for Cancer. I hope something here did resonate. If it did, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. If you are interested in a personal, my email will be in the description box below. Also, don't forget to check out the description box for Out of Spirit, okay? So we got Cancer, Pisces, Gemini, Sag, Heavy, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Sag. I told y'all, felt that in that Scorpio reading. Heavy, Virgo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. All right, you guys. I love you. And until next time, stay blessed.